Hello. Welcome to another episode of We'll Fix It in Post. Old ass movie reviews. I'm your host, Don Vega, along with the other guy, the other host.
All right. Powwow Highway.
Joe Sonnenblick.
Joe Sonnenblick.
Yeah.
Powwow Highway. Shut up. We want to wish you all a happy belated thing that happened on Thursday. I didn't say a word.
Don't say it.
I didn't say anything.
It's inappropriate.
Okay. We hope you enjoyed your dinner with your family. How about that? We hope you enjoyed.
Whenever that was.
Whatever day, whatever night that was. And we hope that on that day you hit 3 football games like I did because they gave you a gift. Vegas gave you gifts on Thursday. I said, thank you, Vegas. Thank you. While Don figures out his mic like he always does every week, we'll be doing Powwow Highway.
Headphones on. Jesus Christ.
Mine or yours?
Mine were.
Oh,
but
okay. All right. Okay. Powwow Highway, 1989. I'm going to give you the synopsis before Don gives you 48 minutes on what happened in 1989.
Day by day.
Yeah. He's going to... Yeah. 2 Northern Cheyenne men take a road trip from Montana to New Mexico to bail out the sister of one of them who has been framed and arrested in Santa Fe. On the way, they begin to reconnect to their spiritual heritage. This might be the best synopsis of any of the synopsises we've gone through.
That's pretty much.
That's the whole movie.
That's
you got it. You got it. All right, go ahead.
January 1st.
Well,
let's see here.
Berlin Wall was 89, wasn't it?
You son of a... How dare you?
This has been...
Yeah, Berlin Wall came down. What's this? The Exxon Valdez oil spill.
Valdez. Nuts.
It's Valdez.
It's Valdez.
It's a Hispanic last name.
It's the Exxon Valdez. Don, Valdez. I studied. It's the Exxon Valdez, Don.
That's what the whites say.
Yeah, right. Yes.
You can pronounce it. You gonna tell? You got some fucking nerves, man. You fucking white people are something else.
What it is.
Tell you how to say that correctly.
I'm not telling you as a white guy to a Spanish guy. I'm telling you as somebody who's smart to somebody who's not intelligent.
Yeah, whatever. George W. Bush sworn in as the 41st president.
Good times.
The Tiananmen Square thing happened.
Yeah, the guy standing in front of the tank, right?
Yep,
89.
He set himself on fire, right?
No.
Which one was that one?
The guy standing in front of the tank in 89. The picture of the lone protester with the briefcase. Yeah. He didn't set himself on fire. The guy who set himself on fire was a Buddhist monk. And I think that was earlier. I don't think it was 89.
That was also Tiananmen Square, though.
Was it?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I might be getting my one guy standing in one place things mixed up.
He didn't stand in one place. He sat and emulsified himself. I don't think emulsify is the right word either.
I think it might be.
No. I'll just look it up right now. Look, I got a phone.
He set himself on fire. Anyway, Lebanon Civil War, that happened. Free elections in Poland, that happened. Hillsborough disaster. I don't know what that is.
Hillsborough, it was a stadium crush in Liverpool. Liverpool were playing in the FA Cup final in 89, and 96 people were crushed to death. 94. No, 2 died years later from their injuries. So 96. They were crushed to death, and one of the worst sporting accidents ever. The monk was Thich Kwan. I'm doing this wrong. Thich Kwan Duc. 1963.
Yeah.
1963, and it was in South Vietnam.
So not the same place.
Not even close.
Okay.
You're a racist.
They're pretty close. It's over there. It's not over here. It's close.
I heard things. I heard things.
Yeah. Japanese Emperor Hirohito dies.
Yeah. Bad guy. Bad guy.
And the U.S. troops invaded Panama. So that happened.
Bad guys.
A USSR pulls out of Afghanistan. That also happened in 89.
Bad guys.
Yeah. Where's the one that tells me the money and stuff? That's always a fun time.
I don't know.
I think it's
this is your job for this show.
Nope, this isn't it.
Reese's mug.
Reese's mug. You know, I saw a bunch of those when I was going shopping for
Reese's?
No, for ingredients for
what day?
Regular dinner.
For regular dinner?
Yeah, regular dinner day.
Were there a lot of people at this regular dinner?
A few.
Did any of them happen to be white?
No.
Okay, good. No, good.
Fucking one.
Good.
Let's see here.
And we balanced each other out at our dinners.
$100 in 1989 is equivalent in purchasing power to about $208.72 in 2020, an increase of $108.72 over 31 years. Yada yada yada.
It's 2023.
All right, well then that was obviously an old link. $50 in 1989 is the same purchasing power as $121 today.
In 2020.
3.
Yeah.
2023, man. Come on.
Okay. I know what year it is. Yeah, I'm aware.
Where's the average income and all that good stuff? Yada, yada, yada. Whatever.
Yep.
It was 89 and now it's not. That's all you need to know.
Those were the years. Those were the years that things happened.
So, gas prices.
Nickel.
Were 92 cents.
It's close to a nickel.
Gallon back then. Bread prices 55 cents. Whoa. Eggs were 94. Chicken was 91 cents per pound.
You know, right now with eggs, you could go into a small village and just take over the village with a 12-pack of eggs. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's a lot of inflation between then and now. And yeah. Anywho, we did a movie.
We did a movie?
We watched a movie.
Oh, I was about to say, when did we make a movie?
Literally just now.
I knew my asshole was hurting for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Powwow. Powwow Highway. There is literally zero trivia on this almost. I only had 3 hits. Film debut of Wes Studi, which I couldn't believe that. I thought he had been around much longer.
Huh.
John Trudell appears as Louis Shorthair in his first film role. David Seals, another AIM member and contemporary of John Trudell in the AIM hierarchy, was the author of the novel Powwow Highway, which is the basis for the screenplay. Seals' son Sky plays the son of Bonnie Redbow. That's pretty cool. This movie was cited, and this is a horrible trivia, but this is the only other one. This movie was cited specifically by Steven Hillenburg, creator of SpongeBob SquarePants, on the conception of his most infamous and well-loved episode, Pizza Delivery. I never watched. I don't know. You're 36 years old. You're going to tell me about SpongeBob SquarePants?
I don't have the recollection, but I watched it. I'm sure I've seen it.
I was going to mention before we started, how do you feel about CM Punk? Because I know you're a 36-year-old that still watches wrestling.
You bitch.
I know you're mad.
I was happy. I
don't like him. He's a bum. Jonathan Wacks. I've never heard of this guy. I looked him up and just not a lot there. The director.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Gary Farmer, who was in Dead Man.
Wes Studi.
Who was in Last Mohicans. Gary Farmer lost a lot of weight between here and Dead Man, I feel like. Don't you?
No, I think he's just wearing different clothes. Lost a lot of weight? Absolutely not.
You don't think so?
He looks just as huge. He's huge in both of these movies. That's a very large guy.
I don't know.
I don't think he looks any heavier or Dead Man was 92, right?
95.
95.
I thought I don't know. Maybe I got to go look at Dead Man stills
You think
again.
he lost weight in Dead
I
Man?
thought so.
No, I think he looks bigger in Dead
And
Man.
also, I also think that Jarmusch had a certain filming style where he didn't look as tall. Did you feel that way?
Yeah, that I was like, holy shit, that guy's fucking
It was
gigantic.
huge. Or
But they
it
also
could
said at some point in the movie, do you
6
happen to
feet,
have a 6 feet, 300
300
pounds?
pounds.
That guy's not 6
No,
feet.
he's
Get the
like
fuck out of here.
6'5". He's like 6'5", 6'6" at minimum.
That's fucking huge.
He plays Philbert Bono in this. A. Martinez. I couldn't find a first name. He plays Buddy Redbow. I couldn't find a first name.
He's been around for a long time, though, that guy.
He has?
Oh, yeah.
I don't...
Buddy Rimbo, he's been around for a long time now.
I can't remember.
What he's from, I was really struggling with that. Let's see. It says it's got him some show called Longmire. No idea what that is.
That's new.
Yeah, 2012 to 2017. There is a bunch of cowboy stuff, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
There's something called Dark Winds.
Mm-hmm.
There's Curse of Chucky.
I never saw that.
No idea. There's some looks like made for TV Christmas on the Range. A lot of cowboy shit. Basically anything where a Native American would be around in a cowboy hat, he might have been in. There was something Wind River in 1998.
No, I'm thinking of something else.
She Devil, 1989.
She Devil's very good. And and Roseanne.
Streep. Okay.
That's a very funny movie. I don't remember him.
Check that out one of these days. I don't know. He's in there. I think he's done a lot more TV stuff. Ambulance, he was in. I didn't see that.
Ambulance the show?
The movie, 2022 with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, that was a Michael Bay movie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I won't see that.
The Cherokee Kid with Sinbad.
All right.
Should have put that on the list for this one.
Yeah, definitely.
The Terminators, 2009. No idea.
No.
Made for TV movie, I guess.
Probably.
There's a lot of made for TV, a lot of stuff in the 70s, cowboy stuff. He probably is like a bit actor. There's something called Cruel Justice, 1999.
That feels like Steven Seagal. Like a title like that feels like a Steven Seagal movie, doesn't it?
Can't really tell. He seems to be that he might be the lead on this, so no.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, just a bunch of random stuff. But I know his fucking face. You know what I'm saying? He's just one of those guys where you've seen him, you don't know why, you don't know where, but he's been around.
Yeah, this movie was full of that. I feel like there were like a lot of people in this film where I was like, I know who you are. Bonnie Redbow was played by Jonelle Romero. That's one I didn't know. I didn't know her. I don't remember her. Rabbit Layton was played by Amanda Wyss. I've seen her in a lot of stuff, for sure. The skinny white girl.
Can't remember her either.
Chief Joseph was Sam Vlahos. Louis Shorthair was John Trudell. Buff was Wes Studi. I don't have Wolf's. I didn't look up Wolf. Hold on.
Wolf Wayne Waterman.
He's really good in this. Wayne Waterman. Okay.
Yeah, he's like from a different fucking movie.
Yeah.
He's like in a whole different type of movie.
Yeah. I mean, this movie, we'll get into everything on this movie, but it really runs the gamut of
genres.
It does. it really, there was really a lot.
Slapstick to journeyman to introspective.
Very serious
yeah, it went a lot of places.
Yeah. All right, so
Vietnam vet. Let's not forget him, Graham Greene. He was a fucking amazing. That's what I'm saying. Like, that was a completely different movie.
I wrote a lot of stuff on that guy.
Yeah.
So okay, something else you didn't give us. What films came out in 1989? Give us some films that came out in 1989. While I tell everyone that I just hit my 2-part parlay with the Chiefs and the Raiders. Very good. Thank you all for this magical $80 that I needed because I had a tough day. They give you gifts on Thanksgiving. Oop, not that word. Not that word. Not that word. They give you gifts on a certain Thursday where nobody works. And
they did what, Cracker?
Gifts. You were off on that day.
No.
You worked?
for about 2 hours, and I left.
Huh.
Yeah. Didn't feel like it.
Normal
I had
day.
I had the shits.
Yeah,
What are you
yeah.
gonna do?
Take a shit.
I gotta take a shit. Gotta go.
Yeah.
All right. 1989. We're gonna do. Let's see. They have a lot here, but
Yeah.
how many movies is it exactly? 200 movies came out.
That's too many.
Started with 200.
Wow.
Happy Petting
Go.
made $272,000. Oh, actually, pretty relevant that I started from there. Kill Me Again, 199, $283,000.
Powwow Highway.
Coming in at 198, Powwow Highway at $283,000. $283,747.
Well, let's see how much Powwow Highway cost to make.
Let's see.
How
Total
much
gross.
did
Total gross was
cost?
$6,706,368.
7 million?
It paid $6.7 million total gross.
How much did Powwow Highway?
Came out December 22nd by Warner Brothers. Nope, I read that wrong. That was a different movie. Sorry, that was Roger and Me.
Roger and Me is a good movie, documentary.
They actually only made $283,747.
In total?
Yeah, that was the total gross. Sorry.
Yeah.
It was shown in only 14 theaters, though, to be fucking fair. You know what I'm saying?
That's pretty good, because
That's
if it was shown
sick for 14 theaters.
If it was shown, and I bet it was only shown in like Oklahoma, South
That's
Dakota.
That's got to be like a hit independent film, right?
Yeah.
Now, like that would be like, yeah.
I can't find the.
Like, how much money did Tar make? I mean, that was
Tar with Cate Blanchett.
Yeah, people really wanted to see that. That's a bad example.
Tar made. I'm saying 75, 80 million. Tar. Powwow Highway. Powwow Highway.
Tar total.
How much did Powwow Highway?
Tar made domestically $6.7 million.
That's all?
Apparently, domestically.
No, there's no way.
29. Okay, 29 million. So what's this other thing over here? Maybe that was just opening day. That's what it meant. I guess 29 million total.
Cast and crew.
I was right. Tar grossed 6.8 million in the United States and Canada, 22 million in other territories, for a worldwide of 29 million.
I cannot find.
Tar was good.
Tar was very good up until the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, it got weird. Anyway, number one, let's go do the top 10.
Okay.
We'll
top 20.
Top 20, sure.
Yeah, I'll tell you how bad they are.
Yeah. Batman.
Of course.
$251 million.
Batman Returns better. We said that.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, $197 million.
Shit.
Lethal Weapon 2, $147 million.
Damn.
Rain Man, $139 million.
Rain Man's okay.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, $130 million.
Bunch of losers.
Fuck you. That's excellent. Look Who's Talking, $113 million.
Whoa.
What a year. Ghostbusters 2, $112 million. Dead Poet Society, $95 million.
I don't like Dead Poet Society.
I don't remember it.
Robin Williams, Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, I know that. I don't remember seeing it. Parenthood, $95 million.
That's okay.
Back to the Future Part 2, $93 million.
Don't like those.
Fuck you. When Harry Met Sally, $92 million.
My dad loves that movie, and you wanted to review that movie.
I do want to see it. I don't remember it. Turner and Hooch is number 12.
Turner and Hooch, fantastic.
Number 13, Uncle Buck.
I don't like John Candy.
Number 4, fuck you. Number 14, Field of Dreams. These are going to be my replies from now
fuck
on.
You, yeah.
Yeah, fuck you.
Field of Dreams sucks, too.
Yeah. 15, Twins.
I mean...
Sorry, man. I would like to rewatch it just for like, because it's got to be
I don't know,
bad rewatch, like just like a bad rewatch month. That would be pretty cool.
I don't remember.
I know it's not gonna hold up.
I don't remember the last. Watch it. I don't remember the last time I saw it.
A long time ago for me.
Got to be on TBS, like drunk at like 11:30 at night.
I mean, it's fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. He does comedy well. He's good at comedy.
Well, no, Danny DeVito is better.
And Danny DeVito is great at comedy.
Yeah, yes.
You know what I'm saying? So putting them together, it can't be that bad. It just can't be. Sea of Love. Number 16.
I don't understand Sea of Love. Al
I don't know what that
Pacino,
is.
John Goodman, Ellen Barkin. He's
It's an interesting
essentially
lineup.
searching for like a romance killer. There's like a I can't think of the word, but like a romance style killer. And I believe it ends up being John Goodman, his partner.
Oh, Jesus. Thanks a lot.
I don't remember if that's true, but
What a
I
fucking dick. I just
remember.
told you I was interested in the cast, you jerk off.
Okay, you're not going to remember what I said. And I also think that Al Pacino doing romantic drama is not my style.
Oh, yeah, that is one of those weird things. I think I remember that as some little anecdote of somebody making a joke about Al Pacino and Sea of Love sometime.
Maybe Cruising.
Like weird,
maybe you're thinking of Cruising.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
Because that's one of the worst movies ever made.
Number 17, Pet Sematary.
That's okay.
Why is it spelled like that?
It's got the S, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. Number 18, The Abyss.
It's okay.
Number 19, Harlem Nights.
I watched that fairly recently. Before we started doing this, it doesn't hold up, but there is still Red Fox's one-liners.
Racist.
Yes. Red Fox is the funniest part of the whole movie.
And number 20.
Yeah.
This was an interesting year. There's a lot of shit this shit fucking...
Like shit, bad?
No, like a lot of just famous movies. Number 20, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
I don't like Christmas Vacation. I like the original.
And then, just... I mean, shit. Star Trek 5 came out this year. Working Girl. Major League was this year. Beaches. See No Evil, Hear No Evil. Black Rain. Little Mermaid was this year.
Black Rain, one of the most underrated action films ever made.
I don't know what that is.
That's Andy Garcia and Michael Douglas, where they go to Tokyo to fight the Yakuza. Really good.
That sounds weird.
It was really good.
Steel Magnolias.
Oh, God.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Oh, God.
Fugitives. The War of the Roses. Karate Kid Part 3.
Wow.
Naked Gun from the Files of Police Squad.
Good Lord.
Fletch Lives. License to Kill. Mississippi Burning. Dangerous Liaisons.
Mississippi Burning is in my top 50 favorite films. I love Mississippi Burning.
Because they're racist. The Accidental Tourist. Lean on Me. Weekend at Bernie's. Roadhouse. Peter Pan's re-release. And Do the Right Thing. Number 47.
Yeah, Do the Right Thing's excellent.
Yeah.
I mean, we could always do
for that Mississippi Burning love that you got there. Let's see what you did
Mississippi
there.
Burning's a good film.
All Dogs Go to Heaven. Loved it. The Fly Part 2.
Wow, needed a part 2, definitely.
Not good. And the rest of these are kind of sure. Oh, Kickboxer was 89.
Wow.
That was a racist fucking movie.
I mean, aren't they all
racist?
I
didn't know how wildly
inappropriate
it was. Wildly racist.
It feels like a lot of Seagal and a lot of Jean-Claude Van Damme and all those guys. It's all stereotypes and tropes.
It was bad. They made the African dude do monkey style. No, that was the other one. That wasn't Kickboxer.
You're thinking of the one where
they're in the tournament. It's basically Mortal Kombat. That's what I was thinking of.
I'm thinking. Remember the
Forrest Whitaker was in it. That's Van Damme with Forrest Whitaker was in the beginning of the movie. That wasn't Kickboxer, though.
Remember the Steven Seagal one where he cuts the guy's head off? Was it Down by Law? No, not Down by Law. Like Above the Law. Something. I don't remember.
Okay. And we also got Young Einstein.
Hell of a film.
That was great. Police Academy 6. I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker.
It's good.
Yeah. Trying to see if anything pops up to me that I actually know. The rest of these are just weird shits. I don't know any of these. Scrooged. I remember that.
It's okay.
My Stepmother is an Alien.
Yep.
And now we're in the hundreds, and I don't know what any of these are. There was Cocoon, The Return. That was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I watched all of those Cocoon movies a lot. I don't think it was voluntarily, like my grandparents put it on.
Well, there's only 2.
I thought there were more than that. That was like a thing.
No. Well, you're saying that there are movies you don't recognize. Name a movie you don't recognize.
Let's see. Torch Song Trilogy.
That is it's about the AIDS epidemic. I never saw it though.
What about We're No Angels?
That Sean Penn and Robert De Niro, written by David Mamet, that came out '89, and they play escape. There are two convicts that dress like priests to escape. It's okay.
Comedy?
Yeah,
Huh.
there's drama in it too, but it's comedy. Yeah.
Okay. How about, let's see here, Pele the Conqueror?
I don't know that one. That one I don't know.
Yes, I win.
Yeah.
Bloodsport is what I was thinking about. Van Damme. That's not 89.
Bloodsport.
It's not on this list, but that's what I was thinking about when I thought of Kickboxer.
Bloodsport is
wildly
later.
racist.
Isn't it?
Yeah, probably. But that shit is wild racist. Wild racist. Yeah, man. So that's
89. All right.
Ernest Saves Christmas. Ernest Saves Christmas.
That's my least favorite Ernest.
Yeah. The Toxic Avenger Part 2.
Uh-huh.
Did you know they're making a remake of that?
Yes.
Yeah. Slaves of New York.
You say Slaves of New York?
That's what it says.
Got
nothing? Okay.
I mean, I got a lot. It's just a lot.
Toxic Avenger Part 3 came out in the same year.
That's how you know they're churning those out pretty quick.
Yikes. And then Glory was
too long.
Glory was 190. That only made $329,000. Was that a flop?
Yeah.
No shit. It's such a.
Well, you also got to think. Well, you also got to think of what $329,000 is back then, as opposed. I mean, it definitely cost way more to make than it probably grossed. Are you sure this wasn't like an opening weekend thing? Because there's no way Glory only made $329,000.
Yeah, no, that's its opening weekend. Those are opening weekend numbers because it's right here. It says domestic, it made $26 million.
Yeah, there's no way. Because Glory was shown in middle school, and I was just like,
so then, yeah, Powwow Highway still made $283,000. That's there's no mistake in that.
It's also if it's in 14 theaters, that's still damn good.
Yeah,
that's damn good. It means it didn't get a wide release.
Batman made $401 million worldwide. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Let's okay.
Movie.
There's a movie.
27 minutes in, we've got a movie to talk about.
Yeah.
All right. So the film opens a shot of a Northern Cheyenne warrior on horseback, tracking shot of a beat-up modern reservation in Lame Duck, Montana. Kids playing in abandoned cars, stray dogs, native drums chanting dot the scene. Now we're in a bar. All the shots. So what's really cool about the bar scene is all the shots that the guy is sinking at the pool table represent what's been stolen and built on native land as he sinks them. That's pretty interesting. Filbert sees a derogatory commercial about natives from a car salesman, and he goes to a different car salesman to buy. Where'd my light go? What the hell is this? I'm in a dock here.
It's an improvement.
All right. Well, I'm not going to try to fix that.
Please.
You broke it. So he goes to a different car salesman after seeing a car salesman, which was kind of funny. Beats up a truck. Well, no, he buys a beat up truck. Buys a beat up truck. Imagines that they are horses grazing in the field.
He buys a beat up.
I wrote jalopy. I don't know why I said truck.
I put hoopty. It's a car. It's just a car.
I don't know why I said truck. Does a barter with him. Now,
is it a Pontiac? Is there some correlation between ponies, which is what he was imagining and having the vision of, and was it a Pontiac? I don't know cars.
Well, a pony is a Ferrari.
Oh, okay.
That's what a pony is called. I just think, well, the correlation is he sees horses and he believes that he doesn't believe that it's a car. He believes it's a representation of a horse. So it's a pony. That's what I got from it. He does a barter with the guy. Does he sell him? Is it weed or tobacco? It looked like tobacco.
It looks like it's probably hash.
Okay. So I guess the car I wrote tobacco. Don says hash. We'll go with hash. Hooch and a reservation note. Is that money?
I don't know. I don't know what that was. It looked weird.
It looked like a reservation note. You know, certain reservations had different forms of currency. So I assume that's what that was.
Maybe.
And the jalopy starts.
I like the part in the beginning when he hops in and he's starting the car. And when it does start, he takes the Virgin Mary that's on the dashboard and he tosses it out with glee.
Oh, I totally
And
missed that.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty. There's a couple little things you're going to see. Like, I took note of those things throughout the movie.
Yeah.
His glee of. We'll get more into it, but his small victories, let's call it for now.
Well, yeah. I mean, and his small victories lead up to the big one. A mining salesman trying to sell the tribesmen on a new giant mine that will encompass the entire town. Redbow talks of the employment situation and how every contract is the same since 1868. You get what you want, we get the shaft. This ain't the American dream we're living, it's the third world. Cops stopping Bonnie. She has a ton of weed on her. So she's trafficking, right?
Now, this is I found hard. I mean, they
didn't
put it on. They didn't plant it. You know
no, it was there.
But it also, she feels like I get the impression that Buddy Redbone, which is her brother, feels like they did plant it at some point. Like that wasn't like her steez or whatever. It's kind of vague whether or not she actually was trafficking weed or if somebody put it there without her knowing.
It could have been the feds that just opened up her trunk.
That's what I'm saying.
It
and
could have been
that. But it's a weird roundabout way to fuck over, Buddy. I don't understand.
Well, it comes back to it because they want to get him off the reservation during the voting for the mine. That's the whole thing.
Oh,
so that's why this whole movie even takes place.
There you go.
But
that's probably. I got the impression that it was not done by her.
Yeah, I don't know because no disrespect to her as an actress, but it felt like if you were gonna play it a certain way, you would have been more like that's not my fucking shit, man.
Or it's something that where Native Americans are so used to being fucked over and this type of schemery, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, but this is a movie.
Not necessarily shocking.
Right, but this is a movie.
But there was a lot of blatant disrespect by different white people throughout this movie that
even
Native Americans just no-sold it almost. It's like, yeah, all right, whatever, sure. Like there was a couple instances of that.
And even that one native who's trying to sell them the mine, he's a cocksucker. Mm-hmm. Bonnie calls her brother.
In fact, the only one that's not no-selling all the disrespect is Buddy. He's the angriest one out of anybody. He's a take it to the man type of guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody else is very passive or just trying to figure out a way, to scheme through.
And while he is that type, you can also infer that Vietnam fucked him up too in a way where, Bonnie calls her brother for help and he doesn't know that she has kids.
Mm-hmm.
That felt off.
Well, they haven't spoken in 10 years.
10 years, yeah. Filbert's tailpipe falls off as he goes to see his Aunt Harriet, tells her time has come for him to seek the medicine. She laughs in his face, tells him she's sick of the good old Indian wisdom. She mocks him with fake wisdom. Redbow tells Filbert to roll down the window, and he just takes it off because it's a piece of shit. That was kind of funny. Filbert tells Redbow, this is the war pony. They start the journey here. It's a road movie now. Now we're on a road movie.
Yeah.
Gotta go bail her out. Redbow has money from the council for bulls, but he's going to use it to get his sister out.
I did take note that there was a lot of cool aerial shots.
I was just gonna
of the landscape there, and I also wrote down cool eagle.
Yeah, it was a cool eagle. That was nice. A heavy tracking shot overhead of the war protector rambling down the hills. Buff might have the line of the movie when he says, "What are you two soggy fucks up to?" That was very funny. Buff's head.
That is the most animated I've ever seen that guy in anything.
West Studi? Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, this is
he usually plays it to the chest, and boy was it was off the walls. He's going into Billings for pussy. He says that.
Yeah.
That's funny. I'm concerned with your appearance. You want to be a warrior. You have to dress right. Phil says, I got no bread for buckskin. Great lines. Really, really powerful lines here. testing out car radios from a white huckster, asks for them to be installed after the white guy insults them, thinking they can't afford the gear. I think he says this is not a no trade 'em thing. Yeah,
He
something
says,
like that.
this is no discount on
Yeah,
these
no
so
trade. Yeah,
wild,
yeah,
fucked up shit.
yeah.
And Phil also, who wants to be called Whirlwind at some point, but Phil no sells it. I mean, he looked at him like, wow, what a dick. But yeah, Buddy was not.
No.
He wasn't tolerating that shit. He was pretty angry.
So Phil goes and gets some new clothes. The radio doesn't work, but they didn't read the manual. It works. Redbo smashes the shit out of the store.
I put note. I like this guy's rage.
Yeah.
I'm really into this guy's rage.
So one thing I didn't care for in this film was, because after he beats up the clerk and they get shot at by the clerk, no one on the street in any of these scenes where violence happens seems to give a fuck what's happening around them.
Not even a little bit.
Like that takes you out of it, doesn't it? A little bit.
I don't know. I've never lived in a place where guns were normal, so maybe people letting off shots is.
Where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you from? Wait a minute. Where are you from?
Wait.
Because if I heard gunshots in Williamsburg growing up, you heard gunshots.
Okay, what I mean is like legal is the word I was looking for, where guns were legal, and I almost feel like that type of shit would not have been too out of the ordinary.
So nobody reacts? No, that was a mistake. That's something that I noticed it right away, and I was just like, what? That would never happen.
They do this. They go, nope, I'm not shot. All right, let's go.
Okay.
I was at a Christmas party years ago.
Racist.
Yeah, and it was a bunch of us smoking weed, hanging out. It was our friend's apartment. He just moved there. And we with his mom. She had came by.
Shout out Lenny.
It wasn't Lenny.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. And
still shout out Lenny. Love Lenny.
Lenny's doing his thing. He's in London town right now. And
why?
He likes
shepherd's
pie.
Yeah, I know it. Okay. Right.
So now some shots let off, and the person who was he grew up in my mom's neighborhood of Old Mill Basin. Okay, He did not grow up in the hood. So he immediately hit the floor, and everybody else just looked at him on the floor like, "What's your problem?"
Yeah,
those are clearly 8 blocks east.
Yeah, it's not.
we could tell that's not anywhere near us.
No chance of a stray.
Yeah. So it's not that I'm not used to gunshots, is what I'm saying. But that type of normalcy and commonplace, I don't think that would be far fetched in like the mid fucking West where people getting shot all the time.
But yeah, the first time I was ever privy to gunshots was a Halloween way back in the day. I must have been like 5 or 6, and my mom was working in the Eastern District High School in Williamsburg. She was a lunch lady there, and I was meeting up with my grandmother to go trick-or-treating during the day, because you didn't go trick-or-treating at night in Williamsburg back in the day. It's just something you didn't do. You didn't even go out. You don't go out.
Yeah.
And we're by the McDonald's on Grand Street, because she had taken me to McDonald's, and all of a sudden, I'm saying 3, because Eastern District's 3 was 3 blocks down. You just heard pop, 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 pop. I mean, like, enough. And my grandmother was like, back in the McDonald's.
That's it. Yeah, back in the McDonald's. All right. Yeah.
She's like,
I want another Happy Meal.
Yeah. She's like, well, I gotta get a coffee, And that was the first time I was ever really privy to gunshots as a kid. It was just,
gunshots was obviously a lot more prevalent in our childhood than it is now. Thank goodness.
Yes.
Because now when you hear things like that on the news, I mean, it's not that it hasn't always been a tragedy, but nowadays it's more like, oh God, it's still doing that. Come on now.
Yeah, I mean, it was more knives when we were kids, though. I remember more knife fights than guns. And
Brownsville in East New York and
guns.
Prize for me. It was guns.
Guns, yeah.
You got stabbed.
I remember guns.
Occasionally.
I remember guns being. It was always like around the holidays, you'd hear more people getting shot, like because you had the Bloods, the Crips, and the Latin Kings slashing everybody too for Halloween, but
There was that.
I also had people just
Which
killing each
never
other.
actually happened. That was always just a thing that people said.
No,
it happened a couple times when we was kids, but to the amount where it became like this I don't want to say urban legend because it did actually happen, but I think most urban legends have some sort of truth to the center of it. But we heard it well into our teenage years and 20s.
Well, yeah, that's
the blood
fair.
initiation, and it's like always like, no, it's not.
And the Bloods and the Crips, and maybe not the Latin Kings because they're still pretty heavy into it. They're more like the Mafia now, where they're just sort of like doing their thing. Oh man, it's just food again, huh? It's food again.
How did you know?
Oh man, you got that glint in your eye like it's the big fat bitch.
Shut your mouth.
What is it tonight? You got it. What's on the menu tonight?
Looks like fish and Brussels sprouts and avocado. Boy. All right, let's wrap this up. Is that not fish? What is it?
It is. But why did you say that on air?
Because he was making fun of me because he saw me look at you and he said, "Oh, look, it's food coming." Because he saw the glint in my eye, the joy in my face.
I know you.
Being judge, it's a very healthy meal, so fuck you.
I'm gonna have soup.
Everybody dies in the end. The end. Let's wrap this up.
Yeah, the white man wins again.
So let's get back to the movie. The 90s sucked, ladies and gentlemen.
89.
It wasn't great. I'm talking about for like our childhood of
it was bad. Oh, it's not great.
It wasn't great.
Not great.
He tears up the radio shop, he gets shot at, they bounce and this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They do now
where were we? Filbert's using the
guy. Buddy falls asleep.
Yeah.
Phil
using the radio, using the CB.
Using the CB, gets into a conversation with another Native American.
I think he was a Lakota.
Cheyenne.
No, he was a Lakota. He said Lakota.
No, it was Cheyenne because they had they knew the same stories. So it was Cheyenne.
No, because he asked him, "What are you?" and he said Lakota, and then
no, he said he's from South Dakota.
I heard Lakota.
You're a white man. Don't argue with me. White man.
You're just hungry.
I'm starving.
I know you are. Yeah.
No, but either way, they shared stories over the radio, and the guy over the CB, the truck driver, let him know that they shared a story about what would be the equivalent to the Cheyenne's Jesus, which was this guy, a prophet named Light Cloud. And the mountain that he got visions from was
in South Dakota.
So while Red Bull was asleep, Phil took a little detour to these mountains, and he had a vision quest.
Yeah, he tells him about Light Cloud and the most sacred spot in South Dakota, and he tells him it's straight into the sunrise. That's what he says.
Yeah.
Phil goes to sit in the ruins of an old tent to be in tune with the spirit, sees a soaring eagle, an old vision of a warrior bringing him an arrow and putting it to his throat. A coyote appears, sniffs him, and leaves.
Yep.
Phil is eating the biggest...
I think we're supposed to gather that's Light Cloud.
Yes, I would think so. Phil is now eating the biggest Hershey bar I've ever seen in my
That's the normal size it used to be back in the day. That was a normal size.
I don't remember it being.
It looked awesome.
I thought that's the first thing I thought to myself is, why can't I have a Hershey bar that big right now?
Yeah.
Okay, top 5 candies, go.
Hershey.
No, that's
not
one?
in order. Not in order.
Oh.
Not in no particular order.
Okay.
Hershey, Payday.
Payday, super underrated.
I love
super
Payday.
Underrated.
I just can't have it, but I love it. And Hershey, Payday. Three Musketeers. I like Three Musketeers.
It's okay.
Milky Way, I love.
It's okay.
It's one of my favorites. And oh man, they
don't have to be chocolate.
Oh, just candy. Well, I mean, talking about like Sour Power and shit like that. I love Sour Powers or Sour Punch. I like Sour Punch. I'll eat Skittles.
I don't like Skittles.
Don't love them. Starburst, I don't love them. So I mean, I'm more of a chocolates and
Yeah,
sour
chocolates.
candy type of guy. Yeah.
Okay, Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yeah.
Hershey's with almonds.
Yes.
Hershey's with almonds.
Yes, that's correct.
Peanut butter M&Ms. I'm sorry, not peanut butter. Peanut M&Ms.
Yeah.
Peanut M&Ms. Snickers.
I fluctuate between Snickers and Milky Way.
Snickers, and the last one. And this is an unpopular one, but I love it. Milk Duds.
Dick.
Dick.
I love Milk Duds. That's what I get in the movie theater. I get it in the movie theater all the time.
Do you put your Milk Duds in popcorn?
You're a fat fuck. No.
I don't do that. I'm asking you if you do that.
I don't do that. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? I don't do that.
No, there are people that put Raisinets in popcorn. There are people that put...
How?
What do you mean how? They pour them in. What do you mean?
And then?
Eat it. That's what do you need more? You need an instruction manual?
I don't get it, man.
I agree with you. It's disgusting. You got to keep.
No, I mean, there's chocolate popcorn. There's people that do caramel popcorn.
I don't do that. No, you got to keep your salty and your sweet separate. I'm sorry.
No, get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
You know what I like? You like the popcorn. You like the popcorn. Boom Chicka Power, whatever the hell.
Boom Chicka Pop.
Yeah, that one.
It's too light.
The purple one is delicious. It's sweet and salty.
No,
it's delicious.
I would never. I've had the olive oil one. Right to the food. Like the fish is gonna go back into the ocean.
Come here, you. Where are you going?
Yeah. My favorite popcorn is a brand called Popcorn Indiana. Have you ever had their stuff?
It sounds racist. No.
They don't know it's racist, but okay. They do. So I like cheddar cheese flavored popcorn. You like cheddar cheese flavored popcorn? You have to.
Yeah.
Best cheddar cheese flavored popcorn I've ever had is Popcorn Indiana. But it's like $6 a bag, which is very annoying. I know.
How big is the bag?
Very big. It's big. But popcorn doesn't... You eat popcorn, what does it do? What does it do for you? I got to eat like 9 bags of popcorn.
I'll eat popcorn only if I'm like... It's funny enough. That's a solo movie day for me. I'll indulge.
Yeah, I don't get
Otherwise,
popcorn.
I don't fuck with popcorn in the movie theaters. Milk Duds for sure.
Do you get a drink? You have to get a drink in a movie.
I always get a cherry icy. Cherry icy, large cherry icy.
Yes.
Whatever their icy slushy thing is.
Give me the diabetes, sir. And heavy on the beatus.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right. He leaves the Hershey bar as a tribute to the gods after seeing the other tributes left on the mountain. A long pan around the mountain with one of the worst songs I've ever heard in my entire life. Like you don't. The
soundtrack wasn't great.
It almost ruined the movie.
Yeah,
it almost ruined the movie. Redbow talks to a stranger and realizes that Phil took them in the exact opposite direction. And here's the character's shift.
Yeah, but angry guy wakes up, realizes he's in South Dakota.
Nope, nobody grabs me no more. That's the character shift.
Yeah, he realized he's 6'5".
Yeah.
He said, "Excuse me, little dude.
Yeah,
you ain't gonna do this shit to me anymore." Oh, because he what I said that's a big ass guy tumbling down because he came down from the mountain full of joy. He like literally tumbled down the mountain like a kid.
Yeah,
rolling.
It was excellent.
For him to get up off the ground and
be like,
just
"Hey, motherfucker!"
Yoke this dude up was pretty funny.
They put his sister in jail on purpose to get him off the reservation so they can vote on the mine. This is where you find that out.
Also, let's not skip over that. After they left the mountain, Red Bull has some flashback memories and has some guilt of their childhood of mistreating his friend.
I have that, and that's next. That's next.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Red Bull remembering what he did to Phil when they were kids, feels bad that he fucked around with him. Phil suppressed the hard memories, but remembers Bonnie being sweet to him. Yeah.
And they had a sundown ritual in the river.
Mm-hmm.
They both went into the river.
Still haven't. Hold on. There's something before that. Hold on.
And then the end.
Yeah, and then fish.
Fish.
Yeah. Bonnie gets to see her kids in the clink. Boy, that little white guard lady. What a bitch.
Yeah, she wasn't very nice.
3 feet tall and a cunt.
She wasn't very nice.
God damn.
What's with all the whispering?
Yeah.
You closed the door.
Yeah. Why are you listening? They don't, at the very least in jail, they don't really listen to you. I mean, unless you're like John Dillinger or something. Phil stops the car, walks into the stream, prays and chants to the god. Redbow joins with him. A touching little moment where Redbow gets the courage to chant and sort of mouths the chant for a few
because he
seconds.
doesn't really remember it basically.
Yeah.
Whereas Phil has suppressed all the negative memories of their childhood, Redbow has suppressed the cultural memories of his upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's all stuff that he just doesn't want to believe in anymore, stuff that he wants to just let go of.
Right.
Even though the juxtaposition of that is that he's so very much
he
a
is
leader of his tribe. You know what I'm saying? He just thinks that there's certain things that are not useful tools anymore, you know, or should be let go of.
Like old magic, old wisdom.
Right. Very interesting. I saw a lot of parallels between me and that guy. As far as like culture and religion is concerned, like I just feel like, all right, I get it, but like, what the fuck are we doing with this anymore?
Okay. I was just gonna say because I mean you're fat and he's skinny.
Yes.
My first token, good medicine. Well, that's good because I have fucking pneumonia now. That's a good line. Redbow goes and meets the wolf.
I gotta be honest with you. In an 80s movie, I liked the writing of this movie.
I did too.
The dialogue was fucking cool.
It was very good.
It wasn't like there was a certain amount of cheesy 80s-ness to it, and there was just other stuff that was just good.
I don't know how cheesy. The only cheesy part to me was the soundtrack. The soundtrack was miserable.
There was. I mean,
and
you know what it is too. I think I have not seen any of very little to none of any type of Native American starring film. So for me, I don't even the type of dialogue back and forth that this film had. I have never been privy to it. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't imagine now. Like we said, I'm gonna get you, sucker, and Do the Right Thing was '89 also. Yeah. Now we can look back at that as New Yorkers,
New York centric.
New York centric, and be like, all right, that's a cheesy '80s line from New York, but that was hip back then, right?
Right.
Now look at that at the other side with the Native Americans. Like, all right, people don't talk like that anymore. If I was, of that tribe, they're like, this is some '80s lingo. Maybe it's just something that we weren't exposed to, I think. But it was super interesting.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I like this script a lot. I mean, you'll hear me talk about that. Redbow goes and meets Wolf. Then they find the guy that broke. Well, they don't find the guy. He just walks in, broke into Wolf's machine shop, and they're trying to push them off the reservation. They poison the river, so they drink bottled water, and Redbow calls it fucking yuppie shit, yuppified shit. We're at the powwow now, dancing, native drums. Everybody's wearing rosettes. Wolf is approached by those who destroyed his shop. Miller is working both sides. The homie who was in the tiger cage in Nam is going through the serious PTSD right now, and he threw the knife to save Redbow.
Yeah, but nice knife throw.
What a throw!
Redbow, even Redbow was like, "Fuck yeah, man!" He was like, "Yeah, bitch."
But then Redbow was really wild for some of the shit he says to the guy who was in Nam with him, like really putting down everything he believes in. And homie from Nam just puts him in his place. They put him in his place. And then another touching part is that Redbow goes, "You don't have to say anything. You don't have to."
He also told him, he's like, "You got mean."
Yeah. You got mean.
That scene, man.
Great.
Holy shit. I wasn't expecting, I didn't have expectations for this movie, but I was not expecting to feel something like that in this fucking movie.
I will say, I cried numerous times throughout this film.
Man.
Numerous times.
But once I saw that guy on the screen, because he's a very well-known actor, he's been around fucking forever.
I don't know him either.
Are you kidding me?
I don't think I do.
He's very much so a role actor in television. He's been around.
I don't know how much... I don't know how much television, dramatic television I was watching back in the day. I don't know. I'll keep going.
Graham Greene is who we're talking about here.
Graham Greene. Now that name sounds familiar.
He's been a fucking round, dude. He was in The Last of Us, didn't see it. He was in.
I'm
This
looking.
is like pretty recent stuff.
You know
Into
why
the
I
West.
recognize that name? Because Graham Greene was also a writer.
He might be a writer.
No. This is
Graham
different.
Greene, Medicine River. He was in whatever that is.
Oh, he was in Dances with Wolves. I
Dancing
do
with
know this
Wolves.
man.
The Last of His Tribe. A lot of Native movies, man, from like back in the day. He was
in the Green
He was
Mile.
that guy. He was in the Green Mile.
He was in Wind River. I never saw that with Jeremy Renner.
Thunderheart.
Never saw that.
The Wolf and the Lion. I don't know what the fuck that is. Yeah, Dances with Wolves, Die Hard, Atlantic Rim.
He was in one of the most problematic movies ever made, Grey Owl, where Pierce Brosnan plays, I believe, Geronimo.
Yikes. He was in a movie called Skins, 2002. That sounds pretty
I never saw
familiar.
that.
Yeah, man, he's been fucking around, dude. He's been around for a long time, this guy. He's been a bit active for a long time. The Shack. Oh, God, that movie.
I never saw that.
I read the book before I saw that movie. That movie is fucking... I mean, I'm not a religious person anymore, but when I did read it, I was more so religious. And it was good stuff. The book was good. The film was pretty good.
He was in one of the most critically panned and considered one of the worst movies of all time, Snow Dogs, with Horatio Sanz and Cuba Gooding Jr.
Didn't see that.
I never saw it either, but it's considered one of the worst movies of all time. Okay. Phil is in the drum circle, and Red Bow has a little dance. Bonnie and kids are busting out of the halfway home or detention center, trying to bail their mother out. Kids get money from a native woman called Rabbit and ask what tribe are me and Jane. That was nice. Phil and Red Bow and the rest are caught in a blizzard. Phil stops at the historical marker about the trek home for the Cheyenne and sees visions of that trek. Finds another token. Wild order in the general store. 10 hot dogs, 16 fucking...
Did you see, before he got into the store, the sign that was above the gas station store?
The Jesus sign?
No.
It
was a big giant sign. It says sandwiches under 99.5 cents.
I missed that.
Yeah.
That's funny, too.
I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
That's funny, too.
He gave that big-ass order, right? It was a huge fucking order.
10 hot dogs, like 17 Cokes, beer.
He fixes the TV antenna when he was giving the order, watches it for a little bit.
Then breaks it again.
Smiles at the scene, then fucks it up again.
Yeah.
And that was another one of those things where it's like his little tiny sticking to the man, his little tiny fuck yous to white culture.
Yeah.
You know, to infidel culture. You know what I'm saying?
I like that too. Phil telling an anecdote about Watillo in the creek, stupid dog of a dog. Those plums are still on the tree. Worthless excuse for a husband.
I wrote down big guy is great.
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
Red Bow is a very good foil. Really doesn't give up the cynicism of the modern native.
I put down Red Bow is pessimism and cynicism personified. And Whirlwind and Phil is hope personified.
Yeah. Phil is in tears.
They're both fighter warriors in their own ways.
Yes. Phil is in tears. Let them know that Watillo the trickster won't let the white man take the reservations. And they go to Wolf's new pad. Red Bow criticizes it. Wolf lets him know, if you want to fight, you can go ahead and live in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Phil just goes in for dinner, even though Red Bow isn't for it. Phil checking on the jalopy in the morning to see if it's still there is very funny.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck's going to steal that thing? And now Phil's just fucking giant naked guy. Here he is. Right? Big old naked fucker. Red Bow and the Wolf say their goodbye. Remember me to Bonnie. Okay. That's a great line. Remember me to Bonnie. That's an interesting way of saying send her my regards. Remember me to Bonnie. That's an interesting way of saying that. Cool wide shot of the mountains, speaking to the vastness of not only the journey, but what is the natives and what we stole from them. It's just a shame that Creedence Clearwater Revival has to be playing over it. It's just a shame.
Soundtrack wasn't great.
Red Bow wants to squash the spider in the glove box. Phil swerves, knocks Red Bow out of the car, and breaks his gun. What a cheap gun. How the fuck did you get knocked out of the car?
These are people living in poverty, man. He's not going to have good gun maintenance.
I just want a gun that doesn't break at 5 miles an hour, you know? We've reached Santa Fe at this point. Rabbit goes to bail Bonnie out. Hey, won't let it happen through the processing. Same old bullshit. Some dumbass telling you what you can't do. Great line. Really great line. Redbow and Phil break in to try to see Bonnie. Cops push them away. Phil's sneaking around the jail. The jail's just open for anybody to sneak around, by the way.
Yeah,
You want to
and
sneak around?
he snuck around, just went to the basement, found drawers full of money.
Well, we didn't get your money yet.
And he found a bunch of money.
That's at the end.
That's not the end.
Yeah, it is. He doesn't find the money. You don't see him find the money.
When he starts walking around the jail, that's one of the first things you see him do. When he goes to the basement. Yeah. He immediately finds the money, practically.
I was looking at the Chiefs Raiders game while I was watching.
What a dick. What a dick.
I'm sorry.
You were looking at
I bet the
football
Chiefs.
team.
Bet the Chiefs.
The football team.
Bet the Chiefs.
Who's using the name of Native Americans in vain.
No.
Instead of watching the Native American film.
And
that's what you did.
I did both, but I wasn't watching the game. I was watching the numbers go up and down on my phone.
You
Don.
White devil.
Don.
You are a white devil.
Everybody wants money, Don.
Moving on.
What are you traveling incognito as a garbage man? That's a funny line.
That was funny.
They all go out and have a drink with Rabbit. Stop worrying. Trust the powers. And then he says, I trust my instincts, Phil. That's a good line, too.
Yeah.
Redbow sees young blood in the bar.
Which, again, is pretty much saying the same thing. That's the thing that I liked about this film. Was like, I trust my instincts and saying I trust the power. You're saying the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like the two sides. They're not may not even be the two sides of the same coin. They're literally saying the same thing in every instance, almost.
Yeah, I mean, but they're different. I mean, they are different.
Yeah,
they're different. I mean, I guess they're the same. If you want to really get to it, Youngblood gets his ass kicked.
I put, hey, a karate chop. Hell yeah.
He really gave him one. In the
right.
back of the
Yeah,
neck.
he beat the shit out of him. Also, they forgot about the damn kids. They went to go get drink. They said, "Oh shit, you know what I forgot? Children called me. Did you know that? Some kids called me and told me your sister was in jail. Sorry."
I'm one of those people that believes in fuck those damn kids.
Yeah.
Not a fan of the love story because Rabbit. I mean, but look, it's not. I don't even think it's love. This bitch wants to just fuck Redbow.
I mean, I think it's the feelings are mutual on his.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a love story, so I'm okay with it because
it didn't get too deep, and this is like at the third act of the third act.
Yeah. It's like the last 8 minutes of the film, so I can't get too mad at it because it didn't like divulge.
They didn't fuck it up. Yeah, they didn't fuck it up.
Filbert and the King kids linking up. Rip out the wall off with the car.
Copying the jailbreak scene that he was watching on the TV from the gas station.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have that too.
And then also, I put, LOL, it worked.
Yeah. After a lot of sweating. Yeah. After a lot of sweating. Also, Red Dead Redemption 2 is the greatest game ever because that's also in Red Dead Redemption 2. There's a jail scene just like that.
I mean, every cowboy movie has a jail scene just like that.
I don't want to play this game with you. The whole world now is just going after them. Jesus Christ, everybody's after them. Redbow sacrifices himself at first and throws a pane of glass. What is that? Is that farting? What was that noise?
My couch. There's something in between my couch. And I was
gas. Throws a pane of.
What is sensitive mic?
It's very odd. Throws a pane of glass and
brought to you by Rode Mic.
Brought to you by $12. $12 mic. My mic's great. My mic's great. Pathetic. It works. Does it work?
Aesthetic.
Yeah. I don't understand how a pane of glass flips a cop car.
Well, it didn't, and then I put, "Whoa, 80s car flip scene, cool." It did it with the car. He hit his car. He said, "Oh shit, I'm much more accustomed to gunshots than I am glass hitting me." And he swerved out the way and hit another car.
Nobody cares that the two cops don't.
And still nobody cares. Nobody
in this street move that single solitary inch.
Boring fucking day for these people.
Yeah, I'm shopping. Okay, so Filbert stole money from the vault
Also, what we failed to say is that the chief had came into the jail
Yes.
while they were doing the jailbreak scene. The chief of the tribe drove up there to get his daughter released also. And that's when they did. So, like, as they are running away from these cops, the chief is in his pickup truck following them.
My least favorite actor in this movie is that FBI guy. That guy sucked.
What the fuck was that
What
about?
are you doing?
For what? Why are you here?
You're not on a. This is not a stage. You're not doing theater. You know, like everything's ham-fisted. You know who it reminded me of?
Who's
Humphrey
that?
Bogart.
Wow.
Yeah.
He said, "Take that stupid hat off your head."
Yeah.
Like, fuck you.
Nah. Chief lets the bulls out so the actual bulls can't get through. I like that.
The cops go called bulls?
Yeah, you know that slang terminology from back in the day? Bulls. Hey,
Just pigs.
I know bulls too.
Just pigs.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, no, pigs, bulls, it all works. The car's brakes give out, and they have to jump clear of the car and roll. This car is done. Holy fuck! I wrote Filbert is dead, and then I wrote.
I did the same shit. Wait! Before you got there, the chief let out the cows to block the road.
Yeah, the bulls.
And then they had the cop cars actually hit those cows.
They did.
I said, "Holy shit!" They actually hit those cars with the car. What the fuck? Where's Peter?
Yeah.
Where is Peter?
You think Peter's gonna get on the Native Americans?
What the fuck? They actually moved those
they
cars.
moved them a little bit. They moved them a little bit, Don.
Damn, that is a fucking 1989 car, which means that is real fucking metal, not this carbon whatever the fuck.
How about this? A week after that, those cows were decapitated and served steak to people. How about that?
They were.
Jesus Christ.
Car goes off the side of the road. I said, "Holy shit, Phil's dead."
Yeah, I was crying like a little bitch.
Wow, what an idiot.
I
said, "Were emergency." What a dick. I said, "Wow, were emergency brakes not a thing?"
There were no brakes. No, remember the brakes didn't work.
Emergency brakes. That's the whole point.
We don't need reality.
Just like one thing.
Look.
If
the
right
people,
there is the next pedal to the left.
If the people around didn't freak out about a cop car overturning, nobody. Look, emergency brake. We can forget the emergency brake. All right.
So the cop car, everybody jumps out the car, but Phil, right?
Yeah, dead.
They threw those kids out that moving car. It was moving supposedly slow. It was moving kind of fast. So yeah, Phil goes down. At first, it was moving slow. Yeah.
Yeah, and then when he goes down the mountain.
Yeah, then that shit was going fast as fuck. The stunt people were pretty goddamn good in this movie.
I don't want to poke a hole, but even if he's going down the mountain kind of slow, it's a mountain.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna die.
I don't understand why they wouldn't turn into the mountain as opposed to off the mountain. I didn't get that. Why didn't you turn into the mountain to stop the car if you knew it was over? You know what I'm saying? So now the car flies off the shit, then it explodes. I don't know why it exploded, because it's not like it rolled a bunch of times and shit like that. It just literally went down the mountain.
I think you know why it exploded.
Anyway, then
he says
the FBI agent sees it from afar. He goes,
"That's it.
All right, that's it. Cool.
All right, well, that's right. Everybody turn around. Let's get drunk and fuck."
It's like, I don't want to fucking be here. Anyway.
I'm done.
He goes off the fucking the cops pretty easily.
Well, I guess.
Man.
I mean, I guess if you do see it and you're like, well,
he said, "Yeah, fuck it.
That's it." So great line. My pony threw me, and now he is dead. Yeah, that was a great line. Finds Redbow's rosette, and they embrace.
Whoa. Everybody, yeah. So there's a scene, like you said, everybody thought he was dead.
Yeah.
They, shot the flaming car for a while. They shot Redbow crying.
Yeah.
Then Phil, who is now at this point Whirlwind,
comes up
the mountain. Kind of hearkening back to the story of Light Cloud, right?
Yep.
And he says, so my pony tossed me.
No, I'm dead. No, he's dead.
No, he's dead.
Yeah.
And I said, he's not dead. Cool.
He's not dead, yeah. I like that.
Yeah. And they all walk away into not the sunset, but into the moonlight evening.
Yeah.
And I said, what the fuck? That's the end?
So I wrote, finds Redbow's rosette, they embrace. Bad music ruining a great moment.
Yeah.
Walking the Powwow Highway now. Film ends, and then the chief picks them up as the credits roll.
Sure.
What was your score? Because I think we felt differently about this movie.
I enjoyed this movie way more than I thought I would.
Okay, we felt the same.
Yeah, I was like, "Holy shit, this is fucking cool!" Like at first, I was watching it and I was like, "It's gonna be an '80s movie," and I'm like fucking around on my phone. And then
I felt the same way.
I can't remember at what point. I'm trying to think of what point of the movie did I start saying, "Wait a minute." Well, once I noticed it was the same guy from Dead Man, who I did find interesting in Dead Man anyway.
Well, just 10
Where
seconds.
Phil, I found him interesting in Dead Man. So once I saw he was on the screen, I was like, all right, I'm going to pay attention a little bit more.
Gary Farmer.
I think it's once he tossed the Virgin Mary off the thing, I was like, you got me. Somebody's doing something in this fucking movie. And I'm in.
I honestly think it was once we got to it was even earlier than that. It was once we got to the bar and Red Bow's sinking the shots and talking about.
I was still not paying attention at that point.
Okay. And Red Bow's sinking the shots and talking about how each one of the balls is a travesty that happened to the natives. Mm-hmm. That sort of got me interested because it was like, oh, there's going to be layers and deepness involved here. So what's your score?
Out of 5 we do, right?
Yeah.
Shit, man. Like a 4.7, 4.8, bro. I enjoyed the fuck out of this.
A little higher, a little bit higher than mine. I gave it a 4.4.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this film.
Yeah.
I cannot recommend this film enough to people who haven't seen this film, and I know you haven't seen this film.
Yeah.
I never heard of this fucking thing. Yeah. And I was thoroughly impressed.
Yep.
Thoroughly impressed.
I thought it was shot well. I liked all the pan-ins that they did. I thought those were really cool.
The camera work was really great.
The camera work was sweet.
I mean, there was some heavy-handedness with the horses and with, I thought the native sequences were a little...
Yeah, but what other way it's 1989. There's only so many ways you could stylize having visions. You know what I'm saying? This is essentially what it was. Like you said, it was a vision quest. This is
I guess you could
Vision Quest movie is basically what we just saw.
I guess you could just have them. That's like it doesn't have to be smoky and weird. If you want to, because you're not look, this movie was seen by Native Americans. Yeah. This was not intended to be seen. Maybe it was intended to be seen by others, but you released it in 14 fucking theaters. So you could have done it a little bit more real. But honestly, the points were taken off for me because of the soundtrack and a couple of bad actors. That's all. Otherwise, stop with the farting. Otherwise, this movie.
It counts, man.
Yeah, sure it is. This could have been this could have been a masterpiece if not for a few little things.
Yeah, it's
a very good film. I recommend it highly, and I think everyone should see it.
Yeah. So, how many genres did you count?
4.
Which were?
Sci-fi, drama, action, romance.
I won't even highlight romance, but
no, there was romance.
I wouldn't say it was significant. Well, yeah, okay, because Phil also actually wanted to go on this journey.
Or buddy comedy.
He's in love with. Buddy comedy was number 1.
5.
But Phil is in love with Buddy's sister.
Yes.
So there is a romance.
But again, it's periphery, which I enjoyed.
Right.
It wasn't shoved down your face.
Right.
It was periphery, and I enjoyed that. Because also she's not in love with him.
Yeah.
So it's unrequited.
Getting in there, yeah.
Right. It's unrequited, and it doesn't need explaining.
Right.
So that to me worked out really well. Is road movie a genre?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
then 6.
Usually, road movie is a absolute genre.
Okay, 6.
You think of National Lampoons. You think of your,
Mad
planes,
Max,
trains, and automobiles.
Mad Max. Yeah, Mad Max is a total road movie. They're literally on the road each movie.
Yeah.
Little Miss Sunshine.
Yep. But I would agree with your genres. Sci-fi? Would you get sci-fi because of the vision stuff?
Yeah,
that's not sci-fi though. That's more, I would say, fantasy. Sci-fi means science fiction. What is the science in having visions?
Well,
of spirits.
I think it's because you're using visuals.
I think you're wrong.
Okay, that's fine. But once you use, lighting tricks and camera tricks and all that, I feel like it becomes science fiction.
No. Moving on.
Okay.
It's
That's fine.
I can't recast it, obviously.
No. I didn't try
it's
to.
Not.
Keep
not
it.
like-
Keep the cast.
Yeah.
Keep the cast.
Um.
Except every actor needs to be played by Peter Dinklage.
What else do we usually do? We didn't recast it. We rated it. I would recommend it. It was fucking dope, man.
I can't recommend it enough.
Fucking dope. I was very happy with that.
I do hate that I had to. I paid $10.99 to see this movie because I didn't have the Criterion Collection.
You fool!
I paid $10.99 to see this movie.
I did not, and I will not.
Well, I know, but
I changed your password.
No, you didn't.
Ooh, but I did.
No, because I logged in downstairs. I didn't watch it upstairs. I watched it downstairs.
You gotta change the password.
You can change it if you want.
White man.
But
I'm stealing it back.
I don't know how many movies we're going to see that are on the Criterion Collection, so I'm not renewing it.
Why not? I would imagine a lot.
You think so?
Yeah.
11.
I mean, this was by far, obviously, we're just starting out this show, but this is by far the most obscure so far movie that we've watched. I
guess there will be more.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess there will be more.
I just think we're gonna go dive deeper into more obscure, just not seen films at some point.
Yeah,
I'm very sure of it.
I mean, there's one right behind me. I want to watch. There's one right behind me, The Seventh Seal. We'll and Pete, our friend Pete, is going to be on. Is he in December or January?
Probably January.
Because he said he wanted.
We got to figure it out.
Yeah, he said he wanted to do.
He said some sort of Christmas.
Yeah, The Apartment. I don't know if that's a Christmas film though.
When I looked it up, I didn't get that.
I don't know if that's.
I've never seen the movie, so I mean,
it's a feel-good comedy with elements of dramatic romance to it. I mean, it's good. It's good.
All right. What's the next movie? What do we got coming up next?
Cheyenne Autumn.
Cheyenne Autumn.
1964.
That's our next and final film for the month.
That is our final film for the month, 1964. We are going to come up with some holiday films. Some maybe do, like we said, we'll do ones, maybe one or two that everybody knows, and we'll try to get some deep cuts in there too. And maybe this is the month where if one of us sees a film that the other doesn't see, or if one of us just wants to do a short, I say we go ahead and do a couple of shorts too.
Are you trying to fucking get me to do work? What's your problem?
I mean, you just think of it as taking a shit and leaving 2 hours into the job.
How about I just think about it? How about I think about it the same thing I thought about it that day, as in go fuck yourself.
Right.
Fuck you and fuck this train.
Well, you don't have to tell them what you do.
I run trains.
All right, that's it. We'll talk to you next week. Cheyenne Autumn, 1964.
I'm also in film.
The Manaconda.
Okay, bye.
Hey.